All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am the Iceman, and I'm about to begin a little bit of a journey here in the evening from Britain to a place just outside of the Dungeon Despise. Now, this isn't really a cheat per se, because this thing is just sitting right out there in the open for me to grab, as you will see. All you have to do is know about it. So I'm not putting any cheat codes or anything like that, but I am gaining access to it in the story earlier than you normally would because no one has told my characters about the location of this item. So we'll just let it go at that. So the thing is to go from Britain over to like the mountainous area over here and then just kind of hold on to the side of the mountain on the western side here because there's another mountain up top until it gets us to where we need to go. As you can see, there's the other mountain over here. And we're kind of going between the two on a little gorge that occurs in between them. And like I said, just keep hugging this side of the mountain. Until you get over here, I believe it's going to start to go down. And wrap back a little bit. And eventually you will come to a river. Now, it looks like you have no place to go, but that's not the case. You can just kind of walk along the side here. And eventually you will wind up here where there is a magic carpet. With light. Looks like somebody added the ability to roll this thing up. So we're going to have to try and figure this out. Is it over the way over here? There we go. So the thing is we have a magic carpet. Let's look and see if there's anything in there. Nope. It's officially our first battle. We've gone through how many videos now? So now that the magic carpet is good, we can go ahead and click to get on it. And return to Britain. And for now, we'll park it right by our Let's see. Park it right by our wagon, and we're not going to curl it up like they had it. Rather, we're going to do Operation Junk Trunk Move. We're going to move our 2 trunks over to the carpet. So now, whenever we need to take a trip, we can get on the carpet instead of our cart. And look, we still have our portable storage. Lovely, isn't it? And like I said, that's just that's going to make things a lot easier to get around. I mean, as you saw, maneuvering this cart through towns is quite difficult. And while we may still get a ship or two as part of the story here and there, this is pretty much a preferred way to travel all throughout Britannia, if you ask me. All right. So now the thing is we need to take a look at how much time it took us to do that. It is 8:34. That's pretty good. We're going to head on over to the Fellowship. I believe their meeting starts at 9 o'clock. And the music hall's here. I think it's over by the... Yes, there's the theater, so it should be right beneath it down here. All right, so how much time do we have? Another 15 minutes. No? So if you take a look, there is a key that is here. And if you open this little chest over here, you'll find... Once construction is complete, store the black rock in the hold of the crown jewel. So there's a little bit of knowledge there that you didn't have before. Where did we put our gold? I think we had it on Shamino, didn't we? Yes. Not much gold, but some. And we can also take that potion. Lovely. Now the only thing is that we have to wait. There is no time feature in this game. It's 8:44 and we're just going to have to wait till 9 o'clock rolls around. Then afterwards, we're going to have to wait till 10 o'clock rolls around. So I'm going to do the hard waiting. The wonderful thing for you guys is you're just going to have to sit there and wait a minute while I do the editing to bring these 2 pieces of time together again nice and quickly for you. So I'll be suffering through the waiting. You guys won't. Let's get plan on zooming forward right here. Okay, it looks like 9 o'clock has rolled around because a whole bunch of people are suddenly showing up and sitting down in the available spots. And it looks like we've got a lecturer going on. Let's go ahead and talk. Ceremony begins as Batlin stands before the gathered fellowship members. The hall fills with thunderous cheers. They look at him with a mixture of awe and sheer adoration. Batlin stands and basks in the warm reception for a moment, a triumphant smile on his face. With a slight gesture of his hand, the crowd becomes quiet. "It is good to see you here this evening," Batlin says. "Surely you make me feel proud to be a part of what we lovingly call the Fellowship." There is another eruption of applause. "In thine heart be glad, for thou dost walk with the Fellowship," The people of Britannia live in a fervid state of illusory thoughts and emotions. But those whom I look upon here tonight are seekers of what is good and true in the world. They walk the path which leads to becoming truly cognizant. But how dost thou find thy way? Ask any fellowship member, and they will tell thee. The path to complete awareness is easy to find. One must apply one's life to the triad of inner strength. The triad of inner strength is a series of 3 values that can bring the mind to a perfect state of sanguine cognition. The first value is strive for unity. When the totality of the people of the world want to accomplish something, then it becomes done. Thus, once the people of the world all strive toward the same ends, there is nothing that is impossible. Just think of it. A world where any dream can be fulfilled, any good can be achieved. But as thou canst see plainly by looking at our own sad society, when the people of the world are disunified, disunited, it is a miracle that anything gets accomplished. The second value is trust thy brother. Thou must surrender thy fear, prejudice, and suspicion. Look to thine own self. Before thou dost question anything, question thyself. The world is a place where the balances of nature are at work to protect every second without thee even realizing it. What canst thou accomplish in this world if thou dost not spend all thy time questioning thy brother? Is he working as hard as I? What are his true motivations? As thou dost waste thine energies wondering, he sees thee and starts wondering these same things about thee. Thus is the world diminished. The third value is worthiness precedes reward. There is not one among us who is not without desire. Much of the misery in the world can be traced to unfulfilled desires. But one moment, why dost thou deservest what thou dost desire? Most people get what they are worthy of in this life. If thou art not worthy of thy desire, then thou shouldest not be surprised if thy desires go unfulfilled. If thou dost become worthy only when thou hast thou become open to fulfilling thy desires, desire is a strange thing. Many long for things they do not really want. What they really desire is worthiness itself. I have just told thee all that thou dost need to follow the triad of inner strength. The lessons are simple. The true measure of thine understanding comes in how absolutely thou wilt apply them to thy life. Thou now knowest all that thou will ever need. Thou dost not need the arcane knowledge of the dying art of magic. Thou dost not need the unsure hand of the healer and his limited knowledge. All that thou wilt ever need is to continuously seek out the best in thyself and to live amongst those who would do the same. Only then art thou truly walking with the fellowship. Now, I think it would be a good time to hear the words of our fellow members. To hear them share with us how the fellowship has been bringing positive change into their lives. The fellowship has shown me that I was afraid of myself, and that I had to open myself up to life's experiences, says Candace. The fellowship helps me be more honest with people, says Patterson. Thank thee for sharing, Patterson. The fellowship has taught me to be better perform my duties as the caretaker of the royal orchard, says Fig. The fellowship has taught me to first and foremost treat people with respect, says Gay. After joining the fellowship, I learned how to be a man's man, says Grayson. The fellowship is helping me back from the brink of personal and financial oblivion, says Gordon. Right thou art, brother, right thou art. The fellowship has freed me from the illusory appearance of mediocrity, says Sean. In the fellowship, I am learning that I need to devote my life to a special purpose, says Millie. This whole ceremony and everyone in it just give me the willies. It's a sad thing to see so many people who have nothing else to better in their lives than to blindly follow this dubious spiritual leader. It's a sad thing that Britannia has fallen so far as to leave itself open to a group like this fellowship. From watching Batlin and the others, you get the feeling that the fellowship ceremony is going to last long into the night. Now would be a good moment to slip away without drawing too much attention to yourself. Okay, so we've at least attended the ceremony here. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what time it is. 9:05. It only, because we were in a dialogue, it didn't spend any time. Same as with, it's not counting down time right now because we have our thing open. So let's go ahead and close this out. And again, we're going to wait. I believe it's 10 o'clock when this ceremony ends. And we will go ahead and position ourselves right here. Oh, trying to. And then we will wait for the time to come down. And, well, you won't have to. Again, I'm going to let editing make it instantaneous for you. For me, there's going to be a bit of a wait. So, go. Okay, it wasn't 10 o'clock. It was midnight. You should be thankful that you didn't have to sit here and watch this whole thing with me. Once midnight hits here, we're going to try and follow these couple of people in blue, as Iolo considered having us do earlier in the game, tail them to see where Patterson ends up in the evening. Pretty sure we know where already, but we should actually be able to confront him about it if we actually catch him in the act. The boy's kind of taking a roundabout route to it, too. He got away from me. That won't really matter. I think I know where he's heading. Hmm. Okay, we're in the wrong place. Go back to that house that he originally went into. Maybe he's still there. Cynthia and James. So where do they go? Aha, up here. Avatar, how art thee? Oh, dost thou know Candace, the curator at the Royal Museum? She is a brother at the Fellowship. I was, just seeing her home. Hmm. And does thy wife know that thou art seeing her home? Why, she does not need to know. It does not matter. It is nothing really. The mayor is sweating profusely. He looks at you with beady eyes. He knows he has been found out. His body slumps. He is mortified and ashamed. Thou hast discovered our secret. Please do not tell Judith. I will end this, I swear. Candace, we must stop meeting. I'm sorry. You decide to leave Patterson and Candace to work out what has happened, and you hope that the mayor has learned something about honesty. Well, I don't know. It would kind of feel like a bad private eye while we're at it, but we're going around thieving all this stuff from everybody else's house. We're coming down on somebody for having an affair. Well, let's make our way over to the inn. Somewhere around here. I can't remember exactly. Is this it? This looks a little too big for it over there. This looks like the training area where we got Sentry. These are the houses. The boxer, I think. This is the Fellowship, was it not? We just were there, yes. Was it above the... No. This is the music hall, right? Yeah. I don't know where it's at. Pretty sure it was somewhere smack in the middle of town. There's a tavern. Fellowship again. Oh, I guess it's right underneath the Fellowship. Where's the proprietor? I would think it's an inn. Should be open all the time. Oh well. We must now move to the castle of Lord British. Just need to find a place to go to sleep. Get out of this rain. I don't know if there are any spare beds in here we can take. Does not look like it, so we shall make use of the room up here. So let's see, do we need to take it out of our inventory? Looks like it. And how many hours shall we wake thee up, Iceman? Oh, hold on. Let's just go with 7 for now. Pleasant dreams. Arise, Iceman. Time to continue thy quest. Wonderful. Oh, we actually put it away already? Where did we put it? Oh, no, we didn't put it away. There it is. All right. Now, the nice thing about taking a nap here at the castle, or even at the inn by the castle, we should be able to stop in for breakfast. What time is it? 8:48. What time does breakfast begin? 9 o'clock? Earlier? Yes, Avatar, Benny asked with authority. Let's see if he actually gives you the offer for the meal. Well, let's see if it comes up in a minute here. I would have thought we might have been coming up on the tail end of it, but it may not just be, it may just be beginning. We only have a couple more minutes to wait. In-game minutes, that would be. For 9 o'clock to roll around, you would think that's the next major time here. Or is 7 o'clock the breakfast hour in this game? Nine o'clock. I'm thinking we missed breakfast. Oh, wait, nope, we didn't. Or I'm hoping we didn't. People are going off doing other things. I'm not seeing people come to breakfast, though. That's bad. Try one more time. Oh, wouldst thou like to order a meal? Yes. I am sorry, Iceman, but I am allotted to serve thee only once per day. Oh, jeez. I guess yesterday's meal counts as one up, so I had the right time. Safe journeys, Iceman. But no go on the meals today. So our team has already started to act pretty hungry. So we better get our thing open and feed everybody. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got those last night. And we should also be doing the steaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I want to talk to him one time real quick. Hello again, Zariel. How may I help? I just want to do job and spells. See which spells he has to offer. He's a new character to this game with part of the... Oh, so he can't give you any spells just yet. Fine. All right, I had one more thing I wanted to do. If I can find that innkeeper again. He was right underneath the fellowship, as we learned yesterday, the hard way. Mm. Door is closed, and it doesn't give you the option of opening the door from that side, apparently. What must I do for thee now, my lord? Asked James. Tell him what Cynthia said. You repeat the words that Cynthia had said to you about him. A smile comes across his face. Oh, who wants to be a pirate anyway? I would hate that. With that, he goes back to wiping the bar, but you notice that the smile is still there. I just wanted to do that because he just seemed like a miserable guy, and his wife was actually still into him. So, probably saved 2 marriages here tonight, though I'm not sure if the one warrants saving. Patterson looks like he's going to go back to his wife, and this guy's going to be happy that he has his wife. Well, it's something to do, and it's in the game, so might as well enjoy what we can do in this game and move on from there. So, okay, at this point, we are now going to make our way toward Cove. And I figure I'll save my game here, and that's what we'll start up here in a second. But gonna have a couple things to do. There's like a fish that I think we have to find in Cove with a key in it as well that'll allow us to get one of the most powerful weapons in the game along the way. So, all kinds of things to do. Plus, there's a lot of people to meet in Cove, things to do there too. So, let's go ahead and get started. Let's save our game, and we'll make it Leaving Britain. Wait, I didn't want to. I could have. It wouldn't have been in this. Okay, it's time to make our way out. Okay, we have a couple more people to talk with before we leave Britain, just 2. And they're both in these fields here. You see a farmer who, despite showing considerable wear from hard work, appears energetic, cheerful, and friendly. Your name? I am Brownie. Job? Well, I ran for the office of mayor of Britannia once, but I lost. Now I am back to doing what I have been doing since I was a boy, working the farm. Mayor? Peterson won the election. He spent a lot of money on his campaign, most of it to buy votes. But I am not bitter. I was just not meant to be mayor. Farm? I feel more at home on the farm growing vegetables. There is another farmer named Mac who works a farm near Britain as well. He raises chickens. Patterson. He courted the support of the fellowship. They forced a vote from all their members. Once word spread, my support drained away. No one wants to be on the losing side, Brownie sighs. Election? I do not really have any wish to succeed in politics. It just made me ill seeing all the people with riches mistreat all the people who are poor, and then have to listen to them talk about how the class system has been abolished. Vegetables? I raise pumpkins, but I am in a bit of a bind at the moment and need some help. Mac? I like him. He even voted for me, but to tell thee the truth about Mac, he is a lunatic. Fellowship. If thou art not with the fellowship, thou art against them. I think they saw me as a potential enemy that had to be stopped. Losing. Of course, I could have won the election if I had wanted to. I had information about Patterson that would have ruined any chances of him winning. Bind. I strained my back the other day lifting heavy pumpkins. I cannot lift so much as one small one today, and I need help with the harvest of the pumpkins so that I can get them to the market. Help. There are piles of pumpkins at the north end of the field, and I need them brought down here from my farmhouse. If thou wilt help me by bringing the pumpkins to me, I will gladly pay thee for thy work. How does one gold coin for every pumpkin sound? Sure. How nice, a helper. Please feel free to start work at any time. Information. I could have revealed a secret about Patterson, but if I did, it would have hurt someone close to him very much. I did not want to be the mayor that badly. Secret? Patterson does little to hide his secret. If thou dost keep an eye on him, thou wilt surely learn of it sooner or later. We already did. Bye. Good day, my lord. One. Then we need to meet Mac. And what's more interesting about Mac is what's in his field right there. You see a farmer with wild eyes, widened in excitement. Name? I am Mac. Job? I am a farmer, though most folks just call me a lunatic. Lunatic? Thou dost think so also, eh? But I tell thee what I say is true. There are creatures visiting us from another place in the stars. I have seen them. Farmer? On my farm I raise chickens and grow vegetables. If thou dost need work, talk to me. Work? I need someone to work for me and help me gather all the eggs being laid by the chickens. When that big thing came crashing down, it scared them all so much that they cannot stop laying eggs. Wilt thou work for me? I will pay thee 1 gold per egg. Sure. Fine. Thou wilt find the chickens out back. Thou must feel around in the nest to find the eggs that are there. But there's a limit on how many they will produce in one day, of course. Creatures. They are big, mean, ugly lion tigers. Or is that tiger lions? They are ferocious, and they want to eat us. Another place? All I can say is that there are certainly no such creatures in this world, nor is their ship like anything that has ever been seen anywhere in Britannia. Seen them? With mine own eyes I have seen the star creature, and the inexplicable conveyance with which enabled it to travel to Britannia. I swear to thee, I am completely sane. I have proof. Proof? Go and look behind my farm in the middle of the field. Take a look for thyself, and thou shalt see my proof. Oh, there's a game called Wing Commander that Origin Sisters came out with at the same around time as this game, and it became probably even more popular than Ultima, really. But That spaceship is kind of reference to that game. So here's the thing. This is Mac's house, and Mac has a number of eggs that if we wanted to sell him for 1 gold apiece, we could just bring them all back there along with the things you find in here. But the thing of it is, he has something more important hiding in here. If you hear, there's like a low hum coming in as we get close to it. This is like, in here is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. But to get to it, you have to find a key that is on a specific fish. Yes, a fish. You heard me. It's in a specific fish in some garbage over by Cove. So if we go over this way, we'll go find it. And I love when we come by the moon gates, it does that stone song. It's like my favorite Ultima song of all time. Okay. So when we get here, we're going to want to follow this north a little bit, right where the swamp starts up. We're going to come over here. We're going to try and find where the garbage starts in the lake, the garbage that they were trying to clean up. And it's sometimes tough. You got to find a spot that you can land. Leave. No, see, not here. A little bit too rock. You can't land on a rock. That's the problem. There we go. Maybe you can land on a rock. My bad. Okay, so this is going to seem sick, but I am going to grab all the trout that are facing down because, believe it or not, they're good food. It's these guys that I want to look through, though. There it is. There's the key to Mac's dead. Right. Now, I'm going to search a little bit longer before we go because there's another thing I wanted to grab here in one of these other fishes. That one. And all the down facing ones I'll grab up. There it is. Another vial of the venom. We need that for that one guy. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it as far as all that goes. Seems sick, yes. Let's hurry up and return to Mac's farm real quick. And this key that we just picked up out of that fish should open that door. There it is, the hoe of destruction. It is literally the second most powerful weapon in this game. We're going to go ahead and give it to Sentry for now. There he goes. And like I said, it like literally that sword that the sword that he was carrying is like 3 times less powerful than the hoe that he just equipped. It is that strong. So it's well worth getting that weapon uh, before proceeding. Now let's make our way back toward Cove. Instead of going up the coast, we'll cross the bridge. Head into the town proper. We're going to park right here. Let's go on up here. This is a pretty important place where one of our old buddies is probably quite mad like the other mages. This elderly mage looks older and more senile than when you last saw him. Name?
That I know. My name is Rudgeon.
Job?
I am not sure anymore. I was a powerful mage at one time. Now nothing works. Magic is a foul. I suppose I could sell thee some regents and spells if thou dost want. And mind the carpet, it does not work.
Carpet?
The big blue carpet. 'Tis a flying carpet. It does not work like it should.
Radium looks around and scratches his head.
Funny. It was here a while ago. Oh, I remember now. Some adventurers borrowed it. My flying carpet. A few weeks ago. When they returned, they said they lost it somewhere near Sarpent's Spine. Somewhere in the vicinity of the Lost River. I suppose if thou dost want to go and find it, thou couldst keep it. It did not work very well. Perhaps thou canst make it work. I did not like the color. Anyway,
We found the carpet, so I guess we're going to keep it. Blackrock.
do not mention that foul mineral is named to me any more. It has caused me so much frustration. Before my mind lost me, I was conducting experiments with the infernal material. But now I cannot remember me for the life of me what it was I was trying to do. The moon gates, they are a nuisance, are they not? I do not believe that Blackrock is the solution to the problem. I wish my mind had not lost me, or I could continue my work.
Magic.
I do not understand what is wrong. My magic does not work so well anymore.
Experiments.
I wrote them down in my notebook, which is somewhere around here. Guard, welcome to look at it. But stay away from that damned transmuter. It's dangerous.
Transmuter?
Is that one, that like thing? It was supposed to be magnetize and magically transmute black rock, but it does not work correctly. Try pointing it at a piece of black rock, and thou wilt see what I mean. But do not stand too close. Thou art welcome to take it if thou dost want a piece of garbage. The notebook? I used it to record my experiments with black rock and the black rock transmuter.
Some spells. Thou dost wish to buy some spells? Yes, I do.
Which circle dost thou wish to study?
Let's start with the first.
What spell would thou like to buy?
Oh, how about Detect Trap?
The detect trip spell is 25 gold. Agreeable?
Yes.
Done. What else would you like?
Oh, yes. What spell? First, again.
What spell would you like to buy?
How about Awaken All?
That will cost 25 gold. Agreeable?
Yes.
Done.
Would I like another spell? Yes, I would. Which circle? Let's go with the fourth. What spell would you like to buy? Oh, geez, all of them. 85 apiece. Just keep going. This conversation will be redundant otherwise.
Leaving so soon? Deary me, I could hope back at. I hope I remember thee if thou dost come back.
Okay. So while we are here, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take that wand. I'm also going to take as much blackrock as I can. I think I'm only going to be able to carry one per person, though. We'll see. Okay, it looks like we got them all. Let's read that journal. Observations of Blackrock by Rudyum the Mage. The mysterious substance known as Blackrock is completely indestructible. Only by magical means can it be molded and shaped. Blackrock can be found in small quantities beneath the ground, sometimes near loads of iron ore or lead. Blackrock can be excavated by conventional means, but melting it down into malleable substance is impossible except by magic. I have found that a combination of electrical energy and magnetic energy has a profound effect upon the substance. Together, these properties cause Blackrock to become permeable. That is, one can put one's hand through the substance as if it were water. Further study reveals that Blackrock might work as a teleportation device if magic electrical energy, magnetic energy, and the correct alignment of heavenly bodies act together upon the substance. The theory still needs to be tested. The Blackrock transmuter I created out of an old wand does not work. It was meant to shoot electrical and magnetic charges into the Blackrock, but all it does is make the substance explode. I must be careful not to let the transmuter get into the wrong hands. Putting in a large quantity of Blackrock might produce a devastating explosion. I must quit for the day. The headaches that have been plaguing me have gotten worse. I am forgetting more and more. Very soon, I am afraid, I will forget how to cast simple spells. I believe something might be affecting the magical ether, but I cannot be sure. Alrighty then. Let's leave that here. What is going on? It's super foggy. This regal gentleman epitomizes a well-liked politician. Hello, Lord British sent word that thou would come and visit us. Welcome to Cove, Avatar. Your name? I am Lord Heather, and I recognize thee, Avatar. Job? I am the town mayor of Cove, home of the Shrine of Compassion. Bill? It is about time that the government did something about that awful stench coming from the lake. I'll be happy to sign the bill of law. Take it back to the Great Council post haste. Lord Heather signs the bill and hands it back to you. Lock Lake? It has gotten so putrid that on hot summer days the stink is suffocating. I believe that the Britannian Mining Company in Minnock is the source of the problem. Mining waste is being deposited into the lake. Thou should be glad it is nearly winter. Cove. It's a small place, I know. Many of our residents have moved away to the larger towns, especially Britain. But we have maintained a small core of loyal Covites. The shrine? We are proud of our shrine. One of our residents takes good care of it. Thou must try and visit the shrine if thou hast not already. It is a monument to all the lovers in town. Lovers? Britain may be the city of compassion, but Cove has become the city of passion. Everyone here seems to fall in love rather easily. Thou will find that everyone loves someone, almost everyone, that is. Almost everyone? Everyone except for Natasha. Everyone else? Let's see. I am in love with Jana, our healer, and she is in love with me, of course. Then there is Zenaida, who runs the Emerald. She has an interest in Demaria, our local bard, and vice versa. Raybart, our trainer, is courting Pamela, the innkeeper. Sounds like bad theater to me. Any wenches my own age around here? Nastasia. Nastasia.
She is a lovely young woman who is always melancholy. Demario can tell you more about her. I suggest thou seekest him out at the Emerald. 'Tis a sad but compelling tale. Goodbye. Do come and visit again, Avatar. Right. Did this fog come in and why? Ooh, hope it leaves. You are surprised to see your old companion, Jana, looking only slightly aged since your last visit. Name? Why, I am Jana. Thou shouldst remember me. Job? I have been in the Cove healer for some time now, and can provide thee with mine healing services, since magic is not reliable. I have been yearning to join a party of adventurers such as mine old friends. I miss the old life. Lord Heather? She blushes. Yes, I have been seeing our town mayor for some time now. Friends? Our old friends, Iolo, Shamino, and Dupre, the men who conquer evil in the name of Lord British. Lord British? I have not seen our liege in many years. Iolo. He looks the same to me. Perhaps he has a little more waistline than before. That is to be expected if one stays away from adventuring for too long. What dost thou mean, little more waistline indeed? No offense intended, Iolo. Shamino? Shamino, thou dost look like a kid dost not look like a kid any more. What didst happen? Didst thou reach a venerable age of 30? Humph, I am still a kid at heart. That is a relief, she grins cheekily. Dupre, I miss having a drink or two with that rogue. Let's find that night. Magic. My magic has been affected by something in the air, but I have found that my senses are still with me. Hast thou noticed that the mages in the land are afflicted in the head? It is most disconcerting. Nevertheless, I can manage to cast a spell or two most of the time. Join. I would be honored to join thee, my lord. Bye. Goodbye, my lord. Okay, so let's take a look at her stuff here. And she doesn't come with much, but she does come with this really cool hawk. And it is like she can attack from the back, and you don't need to worry. If you noticed, when I set up all the other characters who are fighting with ranged weapons, I send them off to the side. This is because if they just fire from behind you, they tend to hit you with friendly fire. But not Jana. Jana's hawk is a unique weapon just to her, and it's a ranged weapon, and uh, it's a smart weapon, so to speak. It will not hit you. There's no friendly fire with Jana. So the other thing she does have a spell book. She can't really use it except to do healing spells, though. Now, Jana does have a couple things over here that we can grab. These are bandages, so we can go ahead and grab those. We need to heal ourselves up a bit. Who took the potions back?
Probably want her handling potions, but we're going to have to rearrange everybody's equipment at some point here. I think we missed one house. There goes the fog. Thank goodness. You see a friendly woman in her 30s. Your name? I am Pamela. Your job? I am the innkeeper at the inn out and in. Without would just like a room, just say so. Raybert? Oh, he is such a wonderful man, dost thou not think? He is so intense and serious, handsome too. Oh, and I like regal as well. Out and in? Well, Cove is the city of love and passion. Didst thou not know? Thou must be careful if thou dost stay in too long in Cove. I won't fall in love with someone, mark my words. Regal? As far as dogs go, he is handsome too. Goodbye. See thee soon. That's okay. Let's make our way up here. This flamboyant bard exudes a festive aura. I have sung about thee in many a song, and here thou art in the flesh. I recognize thee immediately. The man bows. Welcome, Avatar. Name? I am Demaria the bard. Job? I spin tales and sing songs. Nastasia? Oh, dear Nastasia, wouldst thou like to hear her tale? Yes, very well then. I shall tell thee a story of the only unhappy person in Cove, Nastasia. She is the only person in town without a lover. Not that she does not have suitors. She is quite beautiful. All she thinks about is the shrine of compassion, which is where thou wilt probably find her at this very moment. Demaria strums his lute and sings. There once was a maid Ariana, who held the shrine so dear. She asked that her offspring do likewise, and they kept it for year after year. Her son Mikhail became mayor, with a goal to keep in fashion, uh, as the city of love and passion. Sorry, I missed that one with a double click. Mikhail's oldest child was Magda. She built Lover's Walk, a fine park, where Co's lovers, both young and old, could court outdoors in the dark. Ah, but the clouds of misfortune do hide, where the sun's brightness seemeth most fair, and poor Nadia, Magda's daughter, of misfortune had more than her share. Began when Nadia did wed one day to Julius, a not so wealthy young lad. He left her with child and went far away. As for Nadia's poor heart was sad. One day from you the fateful news came that Julius by a beast was killed. The child came early, 'twas a difficult birth, and Nadia's soul became chilled. With dagger in hand and child in her arm, to the shrine did Nadia run. She plunged the dagger into her own breast. Never again would she see the sun. Nastasia grew up an orphan, you see, unloved and unwanted by all. Today she walks cloaked in solitude, awaiting her destiny's call. And that is poor Nastasia's tale. Perhaps thou canst cheer her. Find her, I beseech thee. Zenaida? Ah, my love, my flower, mine angel, the provider of the sweetest nectar my mouth has ever known. She is the light of my day, the notes of my songs, the flesh of my. Oh, Demaria stops his reverie, sighs and smiles at you. Thou dost apprehend my meaning. Goodbye. Do take care of thyself. I'm going to save the game here. All right, let's go up in here. Now, I don't need to do this, but I'm going to do some training with the avatar. And why I say I don't need to do this is that his character is going to get these major power ups at a later point in the game. So Building up his character with money is really just kind of a waste. But at the same time, I do have a couple of things that I'm going to have to do before I get those boosts to my character's stats. So it'd be nice to have a little bit more than what he has right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. He seems to be meditating as well. Name? I am Raybert. He turns to the dog, and this is Regal. Job? I am a trainer. I specialize in the style of combat that relies in concentration and meditation. It shall boost thy dexterity and intelligence, as well as thy combat skill. Regal? He is an exceptionally smart animal. He understands the meditative way of life. Raybert throws the dog a cookie, which is snarfed up in the blink of an eye. He is cute, too, Raybert says with complete seriousness. Pamela? You see a hint of a smile on Raper's face. She and I are one person. Meditation. Most of all combat occurs in the mind before the first blow is ever struck. The key to victory is to first win the inner battle of the mind. Winning that inner battle is what I help my students to learn. Train. I charge 60 goals for a session, but thou wilt benefit greatly. Is this agreeable? Yes, it is. Which of you wishes to train? I do. Raybert takes your money. The session shall begin. Raybert first instructs you on how to lie on the floor and relax. He teaches you breathing exercises and techniques with which to cleanse the mind of all thoughts. After a while, he asks you to stand up and illustrates balance and control, relating it to meditation and concentration. Finally, he demonstrates several good moves involving hand-to-hand combat and combat using a sword. By the end of the hour, you feel much more knowledgeable and proficient in this unusual form of fighting. We're going to do it again and say goodbye. He bows. So let's take a look at our stats. So now we have 20 dexterity, 20 intelligence, and we went from combat from 14 up to 19. So we are pretty good as far as our stats went. 2 points here, 2 points here, 5 points here. Very good. Go and see what's in here. I think this is Natasha's room, but oh well. Given the music that was playing. What is this? This beautiful earthy woman in her 40s gives you a friendly smile. Name? I am Zenaida, she says with a curtsy. Job? I am the owner and manager of the Emerald. Please come to the pub when it is open, and I shall be happy to serve thee. Demaria? He is the light of my life. A finer man does not exist, she beams. Did I say Job? Yeah. Bye. Come again soon. All right. I think it is just about everyone in town, except we have to come out of town, kind of, to see one last person here. Emotion immediately grips your heart. To see such a beautiful young woman seems so sad. She looks up at you as you introduce yourself. Name? I am Nastasia. Job? She thinks for a moment. I suppose my job is to keep the Shrine of Compassion pristine, though it is not an official position. Ariana? Yes, she was my great-great-grandmother. I understand that she actually met the Avatar, and he made a profound impact on her life. It is odd, but thou dost resemble the portraits I have seen of the Avatar. I am the Avatar. Nastasia studies your features.
Somehow I knew it. It hath been said that thou wouldst return. Julius, thou dost know of my father? I suppose the townsfolk have been talking again. I wish I had known him myself. There is something within me that yearns for some news of him, anything at all. Nadia, my mother, she died horribly and by her own hand. That is the true reason I pay homage to the shrine. I hope some day to provide her with the means to rest in peace. You? My father died in the great forest there. Some wild animal or something killed him. Art thou perhaps traveling to you? Yes, I will be. Oh, Iceman, I do wish thou wouldst try to find out something about my father. How did he die? What happened? Please? Wilt thou search for the truth and come back and tell me? Yes, I will. Bless thee. I shall be waiting here for thee. Unexpectedly, Nastasia pulls your head down to hers and kisses you on the mouth. Shrine? The Shrine of Compassion has been here for many generations, as have all the shrines in Britannia. My great-great-grandmother Ariana made a request in her will that her family line take care of this particular shrine. Take care? I'm afraid that thou mightest find the other shrines in poor condition. I keep this one, well, nice. And I do it not only to keep alive my great-great-grandmother's tradition, but for other reasons too. Reasons? Thou dost know the reasons. Tradition? Some people may think it odd that a young person would cling to the old ways so, but it is something that gives me great comfort. Gives me the feeling that there is something in this world that I belong to. All shrines? Many of the shrines have fallen into disuse or have been overgrown to the point of being lost. It is sad. Kiss. You kiss Nastasia's lovely mouth again, she responds. No man hath done that as well as thee. She looks at you with wide eyes. Do it again, my lord. Kiss again. You kiss Nastasia yet again. This time your bodies pressed together tightly, and you know that this promises to be more than a fleeting fling with some tavern wench. Bye. Goodbye. She kisses you again and then turns so that she will not see you leave. Well, it looks like Chamino is not the only one who has found spring, huh? Okay, so that is everything that we have to do in Cove. We will be heading to Minnock next, but let's return to Britain so that we can return that bill. And at the same time, let's see here. Let's keep one thing of Blackrock. I want to get you in here. We'll keep one thing of Blackrock in him because he's got one thing here. Okay, we'll keep the second thing of Blackrock. Third thing of Blackrock, fourth thing of Blackrock. The fifth thing. I think we're going to eventually need one more piece, but at least we have three to start, in addition to the two that we have for the other storylines. Okay. Well, we should have a backup for him just in case. He runs out of arrows. How many do you have now? 9?
Try and go buy some more of those. Real quick, I'm going to save my game here. I wanted to make a quick trip north real quick. I think there might be a cave or two up here for us to look through. The heck is that? Oh boy. He a big boy. Oh, he was a big boy. Had a locked chest on him. All that for another gold nugget. Oh, wow. Any more of them big boys around? I suppose the quaking ground will tell us. Or my hit points and everything. Did it all? I look pretty good. I'm not too worried about it. There's looking to be some more. Oh, these are caltrops. Try to load them out of the way. Oh, oh. Okay. Let's try and make our way down without going over those. They really do bleed you up. Looks like another entrance to the cave. Upstairs, Shimino. 4 hours left. Oh, this is a long cave. Looks like we got more lock picking to do. Oh, the pick broke. Not have it unlocked. Move again. How many do I have left? 7? That keeps breaking, and that means that there's something that needs to be found for it. Sometimes it's just behind junk like this. Doesn't look like it here. See if we find anything elsewhere in this cave. Oh, a sling. I don't think anybody else needs one now. Is anyone else hungry? Zombie plump. Looks like it. Ooh. Lovely. There's a key. All right. Whoop. Looks like Shimino had to switch over to his sword. Whoop. All right. Let's see now. We head back to where the chest was. Ooh. A wand. Lightning wand. All right, let's start making our way back to the other way. I think we've fully explored this dungeon on this side. I think we still have yet to go down here, though. What is this? A glass item. I'm not familiar with that. I'll go ahead and take it just for sake. Hey, attack. Oh, it looks like we have more gold. Hmm. All right, now we need to make our way back towards the beginning area. It seems that these characters spawn because we're running into some Cyclopses there that we've already fought before. Oh, oh, oh. We should pass this other entrance up. Watch the caltrops. Let's move north because we didn't go up here. Lots of these guys. They're keeping a chicken. Oh, did I get everybody? Just double checking. Nobody hungry. So storage, you go. Oh, you too. How can you say I'm stealing? I'm taking it from the guys. Just to be on the safe side. Since they already accused me of stealing one thing. John, how could you pick up that remaining lockpick? All right. Another one. Um, but, so let's see, because that was a pretty big trip where we got a lot. So did we get any experience? We went up. It looks like 100 experience for at least the avatar here. How about the others? Iola got 3 points. Mark is now at 6. Century at 3. So we got some. Made for a nice little diversion. Found some cool stuff while we were at it. And it pays to do something other than just talk to a whole bunch of characters. All right. Fly on back to Britain. Got a number of gold nuggets that we could probably trade in here. How may I help thee? Asks Cynthia. Exchange? Dost thou have some gold that thou wouldst like to exchange? Yes. We can exchange thy gold nuggets and bars into expendable coin for thee. I will give thee 10 gold for each of the gold nuggets and 100 gold for each bar. And here are 130 gold coins to thee in return, my lord. I thank thee for thy business. Goodbye. Goodbye, my lord. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so all those gold bars are removed. And let's see what this guy now, because we have the things he asked for, I believe, has to say. Zoriel grins at you as you approach. What can I do for thee now, Avatar? Ask. It is good that thou dost ask. Thou art as a conjunction set in motion. Hmm. Make potion. That should be it. Ah, thou hast all the needed ingredients to make the potion. I shall teleport us to my lab so that thou hast some privacy while I work on the potion. There. I can work unfettered by the concerns now. Here, let me have the ingredients. Zoriel takes the black rock and then the silver serpent venom from you. Thank the Avatar. Zariel finally turns to you and hands you the potion. Here, the potion is ready. Make good use of it, for I shall not give thee any more. In the vial is a glowing black potion. I shall now tell thee where my daughter is being held. Where are they? Yes, I was just about to say that. A little more patience, Avatar, if thou wilt. There is a small island to the north of Scarabray. That is where the mage and his thugs are located. My divinations indicate that they are in the northwestern portion of the island. There is the issue that the island is disconnected from the mainland, being reachable only by boat or through flying. But thou art resourceful enough to bypass this minor obstacle. Now thou hast everything is said, I shall take us back to where we were. Here we are again. Thou knowest now what thou needst to do, so I ask thee to do so quickly. But before thou dost go, I must confess that I find this place far too crowded for me. When thou hast rescued my daughter, come meet me near the Scarabray Moon Gate. The sextant shall guide thee. I shall be at 45 degrees south, 38 degrees west. Huh. So I can't even ask him about spells. Oh well. Okay, now I can get out of here. Okay. Let's go. And deliver this. Hello, Iceman, Miranda says. Nice to meet thee again. Signed. Thou didst have Lord Heather sign the bill? Yes. Excellent. Let me see it. Looks in order. We thank thee, Avatar. Goodbye. We shall see thee again soon, I hope, Avatar. Wonderful. So, I believe that with that being done, we are, as they said, finished with everything in Britain and Cove that we wanted to do in this video. I think now is the time to move on to Minnock. However, it also is the time for us to end this particular video. So let's go ahead and save and get out of here. Thank you for watching. Video 6 will be up next. As I said, it will be the video where we go to Minnock. I hope you enjoy. Thank you again. Have a great day. From the Iceman, bye-bye.